need to do as BAs in the context of how we can support and make sure that we have got a good traceability requirements. So again, going back to that, so in terms of formality, we need to identify what is the formality of requirement, how formal the requirement should be, how informal, what is the kind of style, what is the level of granularity that you're talking about. Is it high level? Is it very high level, which is epic level? Or is it story level, which is a sufficient level? Or should it be at the task and the technical task level or the acceptance criteria level, given when scenario? So what is it that you're talking about? How would you like me as BA to capture the requirements and specify the requirements? And what is the level of granularity that the team is comfortable with, right? So that's what something that we need to sort it out. There's no one size fits all there, so it depends on the size and depends on the team, the stakeholders, and everything else around that. And the relationships. So how are the stories? How are the requirements related to each other? Is it derived from something? Is it dependent on something? Is it being satisfied by completion of something else? Is it validating something? Right? There are different types of relationships amongst the requirements as well. How would you relate one requirement to another? Right? So is it a parent of, or is it a child of, parent-child, for example? That's where your whole or part kind of thing can be done. Or is it a type of another requirement? Is it derived from somewhere? Is it dependent on something else? Is it a constraint? Is it a business rule? All of these are again important for us to identify. And then that would again be leading us into the repository, traceability repository or requirement repository. In the context of traditional waterfall, I used some of the repositories and tools like Rational Suite, which has got Rational Requisite Pro. It's also called Rec Pro, very colloquially. So Rec Pro is a tool which you use to just start with a Word document, and then you feed that to the Rec Pro. It would actually pull out all the lines of the requirements and then connect them, and you can qualify the requirements. You can add depending this kind of relationships amongst the requirements, and then it automatically traces that to the next level of detailing, architecture, design, everything, etc. Whereas with Agile, we have got, for example, if you use Jira as a requirement management tool in Agile, Jira or Trello or any of these kind of tools nowadays that you have got. It pretty much is similar in the sense you've got the requirement, and from there you can attach the stories to the requirement. You create a story, you write the description, you can assign the resources to that, you can add the specific attachments of the wireframes and the design documents to that. You can mention who is responsible for it, what is the status of that, and which status that particular requirement is. Is it in the analysis stage? Is it in the development stage? Is it in the testing? Is it ready for testing? Is it testing complete? And is it deployed? So you can actually run the story along the entire life cycle of the project and see where exactly it is and what is being operated or done on the story. So that's a very effective way of managing the requirements and